These past few months, I have been too immersed watching shows that present living in tiny houses. Some are even ready to give up their huge houses and choose to live in a simpler life inside a tiny house. I am also impressed in seeing the unique ways they have designed and decorated the tiny houses Redmond, Oregon just to provide and accommodate the owner's needs. The show helped me discover these 7 significant advantages of living in a tiny house. Less expenses. It is possible to build a tiny house for just $20,000 to $25,000 on average. Meanwhile, the regular cost for a full-sized house is amounting to $250,000, which is 10 times more compared to the amount of tiny house. Cutting back on housing expenses like paying the mortgage and expensive electricity bill enables tiny house owners to make use of the remaining money for travel, investing for the kids' future, and saving for retirement. Freedom to travel. Having the opportunity to take a trip in the comforts of your home is one of the best benefits of having a tiny house Central Oregon. You can simply hook it to a truck and travel to whatever location you wish to visit. Regardless if you're trying to transfer to a new area or just go on an adventure without needing to leave some suitcases, having a tiny home makes things remarkably very easy to experience new places. You can move to different places. Permanent residence is one thing that holds people back from purchasing a traditional home. People sometimes feel tied up. When choosing Tiny Homes Central Oregon, you can easily bring your entire home to a new place. Less energy use. Tiny houses are more affordable to maintain. Anticipate lower charges on your fuel, water, electricity, waste disposal bills. Furthermore, it's a lot easier to be off the grid in a tiny house, as you can warm up the whole entire place with a tiny wood stove and power it with a small solar battery. There are tiny houses that come with composting toilets, which dissolve waste without needing to be connected to a sewer system. Easy to maintain. A micro house Central Oregon is much easy to manage. By having minimal area to clean and less home appliances to refurbish, tiny house owners can invest much less time on doing chores and a lot more on their job, leisure activities, and relationships. Having simpler life. A tiny house doesn't have space for any sort of excessive belongings like huge closets, cutting-edge electronics, and massive collections of books and videos. Tiny homeowners reduce their valuables down to the basics, saving only the belongings that supplement their lifestyles. One with nature. Many houses Redmond, Oregon involve much less building material to construct and reduced energy to operate. Their small size makes them easier to place in a location that's close to the environment. Contact now for free quote.